Recently, I reported on the priming of the viral fear-mongering pump with a wave of mainstream media stories on bird flu infecting cattle, and surmised that gain-of-function would be used to make the virus, H5N1, which is very difficult for humans to contract and currently impossible for humans to pass amongst themselves, the next COVID. A recent report from researcher and author John Leake reveals that the USDA has been collaborating with the Chinese Academy of Sciences to mutate H5N1 bird flu via serial passage through mallard ducks, Chinese geese, and Japanese quail species since April of 2021. Serial passage is considered gain-of-function research, as it mimics a natural zoonotic jump in an accelerated fashion, leading to enhanced transmissibility among different species. This method has a history of artificially introducing novel pathogens into the wild. The dual-use gain-of-function research tool of serial passage was first applied to a strain of H1N1 swine flu, a variant of the pandemic influenza virus that was genetically modified before it either leaked out of a Soviet lab or was introduced as part of an attenuated vaccine trial in 1977. John was especially astonished to see the FDA and Chinese Academy of Sciences are performing serial passage of H5N1 through mallard ducks. The mallard is the most abundant, wide-ranging duck on Earth and can crossbreed with 63 other species. Mallards are also well-known asymptomatic carriers of bird flu. That is, they carry it around, but are often not sickened by it. Thus, the mallard is literally the ideal species for transporting an infectious disease pathogen as wide and far as possible. The North American and European middle class are the primary enemies of the globalists. We are educated, and many of us have sufficient financial resources to hold out for several years without an income. So I personally doubt that the choice of the mallard duck as the ideal carrier of avian flu is an accident, as their range coincides almost exactly with North America and Europe. And you don't have to come into contact with a duck to get infected. Ducks land in water. Ducks poop in water. Viruses get passed in their poop into the water, which can then infect our water supplies. As further evidence that this may in fact be their goal, a few months after the start of this research in 2021, a new H5N1 virus appeared in wild birds in Canada and the US, leading to the current outbreaks. The CDC has even published a helpful infographic to trace the emergence and evolution of H5N1, but of course with no mention of gain-of-function research. The infographic suggests all of this is happening naturally. In mid-April, WHO Chief Scientist Jeremy Farrar raised the alarm about H5N1 spreading to humans. Farrar was a key player in the great SARS-CoV-2 charade that concealed the true lab origin of COVID-19. Farrar's fellow deceiver and manipulator, Rick Bright, is also sounding the alarm on Twitter. Followers of the late great Zev Zelenko may recall his expose of Rick Bright's deliberate sabotage of early treatment for COVID-19 in favor of the Moderna mRNA vaccine, all at the same time awarding a $483 million BARDA grant to Moderna. The possibility of creating a bird flu virus that can be easily passed to and between humans is truly terrifying. Where COVID was nothing but a minor flu, the infection fatality rate for H5N1 could be in the range of 30%.